Hey cousins, check in with me. Listen, today is the 15th. Today is the 15th. Hey, and I am okay. I'm okay today. But let's do a quick check in, okay? It is 2 years. It's the 10th month, 6 months, okay? Post. But listen, that's not all why I stopped by today. I stopped by today because I've been hearing a lot. I've been reading a lot. I've been coming across a lot of different posts and things that's like, hey, y'all need to learn how to heal before y'all get into relationships. Those are facts. I posed the question: do you know how to heal? Because see, the problem is not that people are not healing. The problem is that people don't know how. One, and two, if they do know how, they don't care to. So either you don't care to heal or you don't know how to heal. If you don't know how to heal, then you don't know how to take the proper steps to have the tools to be equipped to start the process of healthy healing. Okay. I just can we table that? Because again, I was also having a conversation with an associate, you know, and they were saying how they were on a date, right? And the young lady just, was just like really talking about her ex, and he was uncomfortable with it. I understand that. I'm cool with that. But my question was, how was she speaking of the ex? Like, was she speaking of the ex in like a regard of like, this is like her past based off a certain amount of years she's been with this person? Like, because sometimes we get all like, I don't want to hear about who you was with. I don't want to know what y'all was doing, but I do want to know who you was with. Like, I do want to know the caliber of person you were with before you're trying to talk to me. Because here's the reality: I may be out of your league, and how would I know that if I don't have like a thorough conversation of information? I don't know, because for me, if it's a conversation of honesty, how did your ex treat you? You know what I mean? What are your red flags? What are your triggers? And are those based off your ex? Or was your ex the person whom helped you from the ex before that, so that you were able to identify your triggers? And that, you, because again, tools, and how to communicate effectively in order to heal healthy. But we just want to go from hurt to healed. It's like a scab, like you fall, you scrape your knee, it's healing, you know what I mean? But then like you pick at it. That's not the proper way to healthy heal. You know what I'm saying? But it healed, so it don't matter to you, because the scar is there, healed. But like, healthy healing is like 0 to maybe 10% of visibility of a scar because of like proper tools, time. You follow where I'm going with that? I'm just saying. But it could just be me. But I feel like, this is not a weird to people, especially when you start talking about relationships, dating, courting. Needless, can we go into marriage? But let's just come back to like this step A of the whole scenario, right? Because then it's, well, if you really like this person or you're really into this person, do you not want to know about red flags, or their levels of insecurities, or how to not trigger their insecurities or their red flags? Because some people don't even know that they about to be triggered until it's triggering. So, sometimes you can't say, well, that triggers me. You don't know that until it triggers you. But when you don't take the proper steps and use the proper tools, to get to a healthy place of healing within yourself, then you really can't judge. That was like a fly that flew in my truck. I thought it was a bee for a second. My bad. Um, like, yeah. So that was on my mind today. I felt like that should just be stated, because you can't say you want like an intelligent person who can withhold a conversation. And again, I'm not like, hey, let's talk about your ex or my ex for that matter, but I am saying it is a healthy subject part of a conversation that needs to be had with honesty and transparency. In my personal opinion, in dating. I could be wrong. Everybody looks at this different. This is just my little 2 cents. Don't kill the messenger, right? But no, seriously, because if we could talk about all the obnoxious, unnecessary, prevalent things on the first date, well, why can't we have that conversation? And personally for me, we could not even really have that conversation to date 3. But if it's serious with intention, let's get that out the way. Let's have that. Let's put that on the table. Let's make sure we can handle that. Because even in that, why get side blinded by somebody's past? Like, I don't want to be side blinded by your past either. Like, no, keep your stuff to yourself. But if we're in that place where we're like, hey, we're going to effectively date in court, yeah, like I don't really like being sidelined by stuff like that. Let me know that girl. Like, I don't need to know her name and her, time frame and all of that stuff. But at least be like, yo, nah, her, yeah, I talked to her before. Cool. I'm okay with it. And here's another thing. If you're not a confident enough person to have those conversations, then be mindful in that you're not ready to have those conversations. Like, don't put yourself in that place of an arena if you're not ready to go into these levels of conversation, because what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing here? What are you doing here if you're not trying to do that? Okay. I'm just saying. So, with accountability, self accountability, okay? Like, look, I'm going to tell you right quick. You ask a question, I got an answer. If it's a hard question for you, it's probably very easy for me to answer. I'm probably just trying to make sure you can handle the truth. Because the truth ain't pretty. It sometimes, it. But hey, that was my little 2 cents for the day, y'all. Check in with me.